Greetings YouTube, in today's episode of Final Fantasy IV we're going to be facing off against the one, the only, Dark Bahamut. Before we do anything though, we're going to want to make sure we're nicely equipped. All we really need to do is go to Rydia here and replace her Flame Whip with the currently unused Stardust Rod. And what that is going to allow us to do is hit Dark Bahamut for a lot of damage. And the reason why we're using that rather than summon is because he has some nasty counter abilities. But anyhow, let's make our way down here. This is the location, the destination we're heading to, where we have this lovely, beautiful sword in front of us that's teasing us. And this is the Ragnarok Weapon, very, very powerful, but of course guarded by the fearsome enemy we just spoke of, who is about to reveal himself to us, telling us, nope, not having that weapon. We obviously have other ideas. This is Dark Bahamut. And he's very nasty. He's big mean thingy. And he likes to hit us with all nasty sorts of stuff, such as that opening ability you just see there, which does a lot of damage. If that kills you, then get Rosa to basically start getting a rise cast on everybody. And once you've done that, you want to cure up and blink. Blink, blink, blink is the order of the day here. Don't cast attack on Edge or Cecil until they're blinked up, which they will be in a moment. But also Spider's Silk is a nice thing to throw on this boss. Just keeps him slowed down. And then hit with Rydia using the Stardust Rod. The reason for that is that it will cast Comet, which is very nice. And just keep blink up on everyone, and haste as well, of course. So we get haste going now as well. And also Shell. If you get an opportunity to cast that, at the moment we do have blink up, so it's a good time to do so, I would say. Stardust Rod does have a 10-second cast time, which is why I don't use it in day-to-day battles. But we cannot use summons on this guy because he counter-attacks in a very mean way against summons. So that Stardust Rod does do a nice amount of damage, as you can see. He does like to counter with Flare, so you might be prepared to have to recast Blink. In this case, I would say we do not need to. So we'll just pray and get everyone's MP back up. He has about 60 odd K of health. 60,333 to be precise. And I can't see if Cecil's blink has come off there. It looks like it might have done, so we'll cast it back on everybody again. Okay, good job that we've got the screen up here to cure Cecil. If anyone dies, just cast a rise on them quickly. Dual cast it with blink. Get Cecil back up nicely healed here. And pretty much that's all there is to this fight. So Cecil does still have blink up, so we'll just continue on as we are. And so long as you keep everyone healed and what have you, then really this fight shouldn't be a problem. Just be prepared for those Mega Flares, because obviously when they come in, you're going to feel it. But with your buffs up, they should be a lot less painful. And look at that, he's dead already. You want to be about level 65 plus really. Otherwise, you're going to struggle with that Mega Flare. Although, if you do have the Phoenix ability on Kane, as I've instructed you to have in the past, then obviously he's going to resurrect everyone if he dies, so that's going to be helpful. And there we have the Ragnarok. Lovely jubbly. So we're just going to go ahead and sort out our characters once more, which means we're going to put the Flame Whip back onto Rydia here. And before we do anything else, I'm just going to make sure that she's got the Black Magic command back available. There we go. And then we're going to see if Cecil is going to want this new Ragnarok weapon, and he absolutely is. Look at that, 150 attack. That's what we're talking about. So without any further ado, we're going to head back and save at this point. Next up, we're going to head to this save point, which was the save point on B7. So make your way back down to that floor. This is the floor where we encounter those other optional bosses for the ribbons. And what was the other item we collected? A weapon? I can't remember. Anyway, let's continue making our way around this floor here. And there's going to be a couple of dead ends for us to map around this path. At least one, actually. I don't know about a couple. But just make sure that we get all of those as well. Although, apart from that, it's quite linear. So I'm just going to head past those stairs for the moment. And just head down there because there's a little bit of map that we hadn't quite explored. Make sure we got all that. And then we can make our way towards the path that's going south. As you can see, there's still a bit more map for us to go ahead and nab here, so we'll make sure we do all that. 99%, nearly done. There we go. And we get 3 coal whiskers for our troubles here. And there's a change of music. And what the reason for that is that that's signifying that the enemies here are going to be more challenging. Enemies that have previously been mini-bosses, such as behemoths, red dragons, etc., are now going to be standard enemy encounters, along with the new enemy we haven't yet encountered, known as the Death Mask. So just be prepared to face those challenges, which will be interesting. We're going to head over to the left-hand side of this area first of all. It's only a dead end, but we do need to map it out. Okay, so this, I believe, is the Death Mask, which is a pretty nasty order of business here. We're going to start by trying to get stop on, because that laser is lethal. Literally, see? And so is Reflect, quite frankly. So we'll go ahead and Arise on Rydia. Because we want to get this thing stopped. As soon as we can get this thing stopped, we're laughing. Edge. And then we're going to get Cry Off on this fella. Ah. So we've got Reflect there, which is pretty mean. I don't believe if we can hit it with Stop now. Or maybe we have to hit one of our own characters. He's going to cast Holy on himself. As you can see, Holy is also pretty darn mean as an ability. Let's get a rise up on Cecil. And can we cast Blink? I'm hoping that we can. Let's find out. Same with Stop. If the worst comes to the worst, maybe we can cast Stop on Rydia. We'll see what happens here. Everybody's got Reflect on, it confuses everything, doesn't it? Yeah, it got reflected. Edge has now been nicely stopped, because I'm sure that's what he wanted. Actually, I'm starting to think that Rydia died, didn't she? So I don't think she'll have Reflect on her. Okay, can't cast Blink. Okay, that was a really dumb idea. Casting Reflect on a character that... well, let's just say that was pretty pointless, really. Okay, let's dual cast. Arise. Cast it on everyone, I guess. And Want to be careful here. I guess we just want to cast haste onto Edge, which we can't yet. So let's just cast Cure for now. So I don't know what we can and can't cast. Ah, this is annoying. Right, let's see how we get on here. Let's get Bahamut coming because we need to get this fella destroyed as quickly as possible, really. And now he's curing himself as well, just to add salt into the wound. Something I probably should have done from the start, actually, now that I've thought about it, is when we do dual cast with Rosa, dual cast reflect off this fella. As a matter of fact, if he's still alive here, which he is, I'm going to go ahead and try and do that. Still, we are getting some nice damage done to him. So we'll just keep the attacks coming in. And this is what I'm talking about. If we head to Dispel here. And we can't cast Curagar, unfortunately. So, what can we do? I guess just a normal cure is going to be the order of business, even though it's going to reflect back. The good news is he no longer has reflect on him. So instead of casting, what was it we cast? Bahamut? Probably should have gone ahead with Stop, but it wouldn't have gone off anyway, so he's dead, he's dead. Right, a few lessons learned in that battle, I think, going forward. Need to get Reflect dispelled immediately and then get Stop cast before he casts it again. That's the way we're going to do that from this point onwards. But let's go ahead and cure everyone up. Make sure we're explored. So we're in the kind of crystal area now as well, aren't we? Which is interesting to see. Oh boy, another one. Let's see if we can do this a little better then. So we're going to go ahead and Dispel. And I guess before he gets anything else off on us, we should go ahead and Blink perhaps, or should we Haste? Blink or Haste? Let's go for Haste. And then very quickly, we want to get Stop off. Cry. And then let's go for some attacks. And I'm hoping that we're going to get this Stop on this fella before he actually reflects up again. If we can, then I think we'll have found a nice strategy. If we can. Come on, please work. Ah, Laser Barrage, please don't kill Rydia. Oh, he didn't. Oh, that was pleasant of him. And we do get that Stop off as well. Right, so let's just get everyone healed up here. Since we haven't got Reflect on, we can do so. And let's go for a Blink just for fun, even though we probably won't need it now. And we can lay on the damage at last. So this is a better strategy. Dispelling that Reflect immediately. Is the order of the day, I would say. And now we can come in with Bahamut. And I don't expect him to last much longer at this point. There he goes. Oops. It's going the wrong way then. Must have been because I can't wait to face more enemy encounters. Behemoth. So pretty much standard stuff here. Want to dual cast Blink and Haste on everyone to begin with. And we know how to take these guys out by now, so I won't bother showing you again. Eventually the path is going to split, but not just yet. You can already see the treasure chest on the map when it does so. We're going to go and nab that. No enemy encounter for this one, just a Fuma Shuriken, which is good for Edge in his throwing abilities. And it's quite a linear path, though it's a little bit annoying because you do have to make your way around all the nooks and crannies. Oh, one of my favourite enemies. So we're going to map out the area but not take the exit just yet. What we are going to do is head back down south. And first of all complete the area for 3 gold hourglasses. But then we're going to see another pedestal. This one contains the Masamune Katana for Edge. And as you might have guessed, is guarded by quite a tough enemy. In this case, the Ogo Pogo. So hopefully we'll survive this. So this is basically a Leviathan type boss, but obviously stronger. First thing is Edge is going to cast a Spider Silk in order to slow this guy down. And then Rosa is going to dual cast, first of all Kurajar even. And then Shell. Kane is going to Cry, like he always does. Bahamut is a good cast, and then he doesn't counter physicals, so we're going to start by attacking him with Cecil and Edge. And we're also going to get Protect up because he does have some physical attacks as well when we can next do our dual casting. This guy's got 50,000 health, which is quite a fair amount, isn't it? Okay, let's get blessed for some MP. Here comes the next dual cast. So we'll go ahead with a summon first of all. Go ahead with a Kurajar. And with a Protect. Next up, you probably guessed is going to be Haste and Blink, which it is. Keep those physicals coming in. He's going to start now by hitting us with physical attacks for the next 3 turns. So we'll keep those big Bahamut attacks coming in as well. In fact, I'm just going to go for Praise for a little bit, get some MP going up. As you can see, his physicals, even with Protect active, are fairly nasty. But he's going to attack 3 times, so we should get a nice amount of damage into him before he continues to hit us with deluges. And look at that, he's down. So there's our lovely Masamune, which we're of course going to go ahead and give to Edge immediately here. I got an achievement for that as well, Unsealed. Oh, look at that damage, isn't that nice? Right, now at this point I'm actually going to head on back. Unfortunately we can't use the warp ability which takes us to the previous floor. So I'm going to head back to the save point before we continue on at this junction. Whether you choose to save or not, you want to head back to the stairs that we didn't go down previously, and unsurprisingly you want to, well, go down them. Right, first of all it's going to be dead ends on either side, so we're going to want to just map those out. We're going to be facing the same enemies here as before in the last floor. Just another dead end, as I say, and then we're going to start by heading down south. It's quite a big room this, but it is also very linear, so we're just going to follow the path around. Not going to head down there yet, we're going to go and grab the chest. This one contains an elixir, and then we're going to head down the stairs. Make sure you explore the bit to the east, then head west. And then obviously we're just going to head over to the left hand side for more enemy encounters. As we map everything out, including these dead ends down here, we should eventually come to a treasure chest with a gold hourglass inside. There's the chest, and now we just continue on around to the end of this floor. And with the map explored, you get some light curtains as a reward. And now we can head down to the next floor, which is B10. And as you can see, it's a similar kind of area. We're going to start by heading over to the west hand side. Make sure again we map the dead ends. Down the stairs we go. More dead ends, lovely. As you can see, it's a little bit awkward, this floor. Make sure we get the little section there. As you can see, there's a treasure chest. Again, nothing guarding it. Containing another Fuma Shurikam. And more mapping to be done. Head over to the west again, and there's another chest, this time containing an elixir, and now we can actually make our way over to the end of this level. Just continue to map out the dead ends. Oh, the fun. The fun of it all. And we map out the annoying B10, and we get 3 Stardust, which is an item that casts Comet on the group of enemies that you fight. And then finally, we reach B11, and we get some new enemy encounters here, which I'll explain as we see them. They're not that challenging if you cast Stop on them, incidentally. So just make sure, is this a dead end here? Right, so let's take Auto Battle off first of all. And we want to get Stop going on these. These only cast Libra on you, which ain't that challenging really, let's be honest. But we do not want to attack it as Kane kindly did with Auto Battle until we get Stop on, because they do have some nasty counter attacks. But I believe once it's stopped, we can just go all out. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Get some prayers going. And you only fight these in groups of 1. This is the Zenith Breath. The other enemy we might fight on this floor is the Zenith Malice, which again is neutralised by casting Stop. And that's all there is to it, to this fight. So we're just going to go all the way to the side until we reach the stairs. And it's quite a long path, unfortunately, as it goes around here. But all we can do is make our way through. But we're exploring the map as we go, so that's helpful. So once again, it's time for a stop on the Zenith Breath. And then we'll just go all out with our attacks. And here we have the map completed. That's B11 complete. We get 3 lunar curtains. And look at this. Every single map in the game has now been completed that can be completed. And we get an augment for that, the Treasure Hunter augment. And an achievement as well. So I do not recommend going any further at this point for the time being, because there's optional stuff we can do. And this really is the point of no return. If you head down into the next area, then you'll be thrust into the final encounters in the game. But we want to put this Treasure Hunter augment to good use that we've just collected. So we're going to go ahead and teach that, first of all, to Cecil. Key items is what we want, of course. So he has the Treasure Hunter augment. As soon as you head back out of the crystal areas, you'll be able to teleport out of the dungeon, which is what we're going to do now. And we're going to work on some of the other optional stuff, including some extra augments that we can collect, which are going to help us going forward, and hopefully we're even going to get an item, an augment that will stop random enemy encounters when we switch it on, so that when we make our way back through this dungeon later on, we'll be able to do so easily and without any trouble. But that's going to be it for today's episode, folks, so thanks for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have, don't forget to hit the like button, let me know in the comments section, and come back soon for more Final Fantasy IV.